You should go and ask people at home. It's like I am back in school.
So why are you quick to judge?
I spent 2 months reading and understanding. That's why when you are presenting a budget and I am not in this parliament, that parliament will miss me. Because I dedicate my time, read, ask. We have people who can help you to understand better. And this is just one set. This is one set.
Honorable SSEMUJJU NGANDA has continued to show some arrogance, as some people say. He may have some right points, but the way he exposes them to the public, he comes off as so pushy and arrogant. It's the reason as to why the SUBI group and some of our peers, some of his peers, are being put out on the political scene. Gone are the days where the SUBI group thought that they could negotiate for Buganda politics. And the reason as to why, trust me, they were wise people. They came in leadership when they are young. But you should also understand that for a very long period of time, they failed to produce a presidential candidate. So they were comfortable in their positions. In fact, there was a void that Bobi Wine filled in the Buganda politics when it comes to the question to be answered. And the reasons why even the people who saw them as future leaders are no longer seeing them as future leaders, because someone younger, someone with a lot of experience emerged. The mistake was with them. So SSEMUJJU NGANDA came out to say that Parliament needs wise leaders like him. And at a certain point, I keep on telling people that SSEMUJJU NGANDA is among the good MPs. That's the fact. But he's coming off as arrogant, and that's the problem. You know, people, however much they love you, they don't want an arrogant person. Some of the time, someone has to blow your trumpet. You must not blow your own trumpet. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape of Honorable SSEMUJJU NGANDA trying to show the nation that the duties of a member of parliament. Here's the tape.
You mean people have no capacity to choose their best, even if they are of the same level? You've worked in newsrooms, you've worked in other organizations. Even when you are at the same level, there are people who will be better than the others. And you don't need a microscope to scrutinize and identify them. Yeah, I have told you every financial year starting December to May, for 6 months, we're only doing one thing, budgeting. You've got to read this. These are 4,000 pages. This is one volume. This is volume 2, 4,000 pages. This is volume 3, 4,000 pages.
Do you read
and I do. You should go and ask people at home. It's like I am back in school.
So why are you quick to judge?
I spent 2 months reading and understanding. That's why when you are presenting a budget and I am not in this parliament, that parliament will miss me. Because I dedicate my time, read, ask. We have people who can help you to understand better. And this is just one set. This is one set. You have several other sets that you have to read and several other documents. The country must understand that to be an MP is very difficult work. You need to choose your best to go and represent you. This is not a ceremony.
But
you wake up every day and you end up in the parliament.
What's your issue here and why now? Because I mean, you've lived with your colleagues
I am
for a while.
saying not now. I was in Jinja and I told the people of Jinja, please elect Mweru. I also told them, don't bother him with attending funerals. Don't bother him with presiding over nursery, pre-primary children graduating. That work you can ask councillors to do it. Leave MPs to concentrate. These things, each time of budget, I spend more than 2 months reading.
Yeah, but it's always a learning curve. You can imagine, you must have entered parliament when you were an underdog yourself.
No, I have never. I covered parliament as a journalist for 10 years. In fact, I knew more about parliament than MPs during those 10 years. So I went to do work that for which I already had the knowledge. And I'm not saying everybody is going to be as gifted or as like I was, because I had covered parliament. That benefit I had. There are people you can train. There are also others that you cannot train. The most important thing, and I have told people, I was in Chiganda, Kasokoso yesterday, I was in Insasa, and I am happy my people appreciate and they see that there is work to do in the parliament. I don't know, because this work should be done by the Human Rights Commission, to tell people that there is work. Because you see, President Museveni has been a very bad man. He has technical people who do his things properly. He offloads these things to MPs who don't read, who don't understand. I have told you in the last budget, I told Parliament that Museveni has put in these documents money to pay Congo, 235 billion. He has put in this, hidden in these documents, 532 billion to give to Magola. He has put in this budget money to pay Mobaji. He has put in these documents money to pay Rocco. If you don't read them and you wait just to raise your hands, you are selling your own country. This country is highly indebted. You go here and they tell you public debt is now at 116 trillion shilling. And for you, if you are an average MP, you think actually that we have a debt to clear. Yet Museveni puts here money, hidden. You need to read, you need to consult, you need to dedicate your time. So all of you guys who want to come to Parliament, Parliament is not a burial site. It's not a concert. Come knowing that there is work to do for which you must dedicate yourself.
Well, I want to...
That is Honorable SSEMUJJU NGANDA. For a layman who is in the market, whenever you come out to put out those statements that Parliament does not need people who work in the market, not everyone who works in the market is not learned. I know people with degrees but working in the markets because of circumstances. If you come out and diss an artist like WALUKAGGA, by the way, very many people, especially these elites, think that composing a song, since you see these people dancing on the stage, you are nobody. Artists have lawyers, artists have doctors, comedians have doctors, comedians have engineers. Salvador is an engineer who used to work with MTN. So when maybe he changes to come in post and you look at him in that angle, you can be surprised when he comes on the floor of Parliament. But for me, I keep on telling people that the main reason as to why SSEMUJJU NGANDA is speaking like this, they have comradeship with the Subi group. You remember when Matthew Nsimpuga was caught red-handed stealing the 500 million shillings, he was among the first person who came out to say that he cannot impeach his friend because of comradeship. So he was more pronounced when WALUKAGGA was given a party ticket instead of SSEGGONA. The spirit of comradeship is coming back. However, he may end up sacrificing himself. We are nearing an election. You cannot make reckless statements. I know even if SSEMUJJU NGANDA doesn't go back to Parliament, he's not a poor man anymore. Secondly, when you stay in Parliament for 2 terms, you have a pension which is given till I think your death. Okay, so he's not a poor man anymore. Although, however much he's saying the right thing, because our Parliament is full of charlatans. Almost 90% of members of Parliament cannot even comprehend a small budget of 3 pages. He may have a point, but the way he comes off looks arrogant. Okay? Looks arrogant. And it has an hidden message of fighting for the Subi group to stay afloat. I keep on telling people that the Subi group, slowly by slowly, is coming to an end. Not because they are bad, but because, first of all, they've been in Parliament. Some of them is coming for 20 years. One. And the more you serve in a particular position without elevating, people sometimes wake up to just defeat you. Secondly, they cannot tell us anything when they fail to produce a presidential candidate. Their space is now filled. My third point is, even when they decided to work with Bobi Wine, okay, they viewed him as a junior. Yes, indeed he's a junior, but sometimes don't just outshine your master without strategy. That's why there are few in this coming election. Another casualty is going to happen, and that is SSEGGONA. For Matthew Nsimpuga, he must fight on, but he may be also another casualty. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kavya Sulaiman Mawagari, the next MP for Makindi constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.